He can say it.
Boom. It has been a while since I've been in front of a camera. Ooh. Ooh. But it has been a while since I've been in front of the camera. What? Who the fuck is messaging me, bro? It's been 2 weeks. Honestly speaking, my cameraman was busy for like the first week. Definitely not an excuse not to record. I just like, it's better to have a cameraman than to not have one. So I really couldn't do anything about that. Now, we are doing back today. I've got my fucking meal over here. Let me fucking try and show you this shit. I'm sure you're thinking like, it looks like ass, honestly speaking. It looks like ass, but I promise you it tastes fucking amazing. We have 250 grams chicken breast, 250 grams potato wedges. You guys know the method. Barbecue, a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of tomato sauce. Then we have some cranberry juice there. We're gonna chow this shit. Then I'm gonna have my pre-workout meal. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit back. So, to give you like a little bit of an update for the last 2 weeks of where I've literally been. Basically, I've been here, bro. I've been around. But yesterday, the thing is that my shoulder like fucking hurt quite badly last week. I did 170 kgs on the Smith machine for shoulders. I did about, what is it? Like 11 reps. Or like I went completely to failure. Like 8 to 11 reps that I did. Fucking got a haircut, obviously speaking. I benched 180 last week for 10. Oh, yo. No, I got a fucking wrist. I got these elbow wraps from fucking Goblin Gear, that these things are amazing, dude. Like, I benched 140 for 30 in them, which is actually insane. Then the next week after, because that was when I like, got sick and then I got back and everything. And then the week after, oh yeah, that was the last video that I did, literally. I got sick. Now I'm back. So after I got sick, I came back. I had to take like, you know, a week, just settle in and everything. Then the next week after that, I benched 180 for like 10. Then I did 210 for about, well, what is this? We can keep this music going, okay. We can keep this music going. Let me just pause it quickly for a second. So basically, I did 180 for 10. Then I did 200 for about 6-ish reps. 6 or 7 reps, right? Till failure, basically. Then this week, well, yesterday, I did 180 for 15, 180 for 10. 180 for 15 was like literally slow and controlled, literally like this. Then I did 140 for 15. Like, I benched 100 for, I think, like 20 as well yesterday. So my chest has literally been fried. My shoulder's feeling a lot better. I skipped shoulders this week because it was like by my rotator cuff, like right here. But the thing is that my knees are not feeling good because, boom, squatting shoes, lifting shoes, these things, it's literally impossible to describe how good these things are. Like, I don't know if you can hear this, bro, but like, these are not what I thought they were going to be. Like, this is extremely hard. They genuinely feel like they're an extension of your feet. It's so weird to explain, but these things fucked my knees, fucked up, bro. I did 220, I squatted it for 15 reps on Tuesday, and after doing that, my knees genuinely died. Now, usually I squat barefoot because my knees feel like a lot better when I squat barefoot, but the thing is, my ankle mobility sucks. So when I'm going down, my legs like tend to shake very, very badly. And I've noticed that when I was doing depth and stuff, and I was hitting depth before I got like the shoes and like before I got sick and stuff, I would go deep, like, right? So you're supposed to, like, when you squat, like, you go like this and your ass is supposed to sit down, right? But the thing is that I was going deep like this, and when I would go deeper, I wouldn't pass that parallel, I would just go forward. So my ankle mobility was cooked, so I was like, oh wait, let me get these. And it did fix that significantly. Even squatting barefoot fixed that significantly, but like I said, my ankle mobility is shit without shoes. So when I'm trying to go heavier, it's literally impossible to squat because my feet literally shake like twigs somehow. But I had these, I bought these now. They secured my heels and everything, and my feet did not move whatsoever. But the next day, these things killed my knees. Genuinely, I couldn't walk. I couldn't even bend my leg. I actually thought it was try. I thought it was fully over. But enough of that. Today we're fucking doing back, bro. My hormones have been great, bro. Like, my life's been fucking pretty good recently. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll throw up a screenshot right now. I hit I still got that dog in me, bro. I hit, what is it, 250x on Starlight Princess, yo. Bro, if you guys know, I just did it for the love of the game, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like 100x, boom, into like 3k. But then I lost like 1k because I had to do the fucking whatever wager requirement shit. Because apparently you have to wager the amount that you deposit. So I only put like 1k in, and I had to wager the 1k. But I hit it first time on the 500, so I had to wager the 500 and the 1k. So anyways, after I wagered the 500, I withdrew the rest. I lost the 500. Literally 2x on Dog House, bro. Like, that is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, I took out that money, and now I've been good. My hormones are feeling good. I'm feeling fucking magnificent, honestly speaking. Because my estrogen, like I said in the previous videos, was like tweaking. Like, sometimes I felt like a woman, bro. Sometimes I felt like a fucking bitch, bro. If you've ever experienced high estrogen, like your mental gets wait, I can't say that word. Your mental gets fucked, basically. You start like, your mood goes like this. Cause your biggest fan, I'm your biggest fan, But anyways, so my estrogen low-key just got tweaked. So I was tweaking left, right, and center, bro. My anxiety meter was, my cortisol was like from here to low, here to high. My cortisol was like, so I was getting fucked, bro. I'll be honest, I was getting fucked. Basically, today we're doing back, regardless of that. Going into it, I'm gonna lift heavy, bro. I'm fucking excited, dude. I'm pumped, but my hands are cooked as shit, bro. I don't know if you can see that, but it's winter at the moment in South Africa right now, so wherever you're seeing this from, it's been poos cold. Holy fuck. So I have such bad blisters and shit, and I put cream and stuff, but because I use chalk on my hands during gym and stuff, it like kills my hand, especially by my fingers, because you know I'm constantly like grappling like that. We're doing back today. Hopefully it will be a good workout. I know it's going to be an amazing workout. I'm going to do barbell rows. We're going to go through the movements. It's going to be fucking amazing. Dude, we're going to roll some hardstyle right now, and we are going to get into this fucking workout, dude. Oh, I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited. Roll the fucking hardstyle, bro. Yeah, cunt. Roll the hardstyle. What? back video that we did. That was the last time I did dumbbell rows. So it was 2 months ago. Because all I've been doing is T-bar rows and barbell.
Remember we got shat on in the corner there.
Now they left me now. I've done it now. I've done it many times now. They've mised me, bro. It gets boring when you just reach the 70s and you can do them for like 25 reps. So you gotta like nerf yourself. You gotta nerf yourself for like a little bit. So if you can like feel like the same, you know what I mean? But I doubt I'll be weaker though. If anything, my lower back will give out. 10 to 15 reps each arm with like 1 minute in between.
Открывая замки, я буду вспоминать, как горели огни и от любви умирать. Может, рядом с тобой нам было хорошо, что-то там за спиной меня так обожгло. Нежная обними, нежная опять, мою руку возьми, чтобы вместе упасть. И в объятиях твоих так хочу я дышать. Не могу без тебя и не могу ждать. Я схожу с ума, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Знаю я сама, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Я схожу с ума, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Знаю я сама, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. И я тебе прошепчу, сейчас глаза закрой. И тихонечко так ты мне на ушко напой. Эту тихая дрожь, что я же не одна. Даже если все ложь, так будет не всегда. Нежная обними, нежная опять, мою руку возьми, чтобы вместе упасть. И в объятиях твоих так хочу я дышать. Не могу без тебя и не могу ждать. Я схожу с ума, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Знаю я сама, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Я схожу с ума, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя. Знаю я сама, мне мало, 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 мне мало, мало, мало тебя.
But we're gonna go with a different grip. So we'll see.
Relax. And let your conscience be free. As we show you what's happening. Now's the time to relax your mind.
Hey, for the only notification that we get. But we gotta finish off strong.
Technician.
This is how sore my forearms are. Struggling with this shit, bro. Look at that. 32. till the end of my workout, bro. Biggest fan. Check the fucking pump, bro. I can't even fucking flex, bro. Holy shit. This shit's so holy fuck, dude. Yeah, it is, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Fuck, fuck, bro. It's just fun fucking break. It was a fucking amazing workout, bro. Like I said, you know, I think the last time when I recorded, I was like sick. So after that, dude, like I said, 140 bench for 30 that I did, 180 for 10, 15, 20, then I did 210 for 10 as well, till failure, squatted like 220 for 15 in the last like 3 weeks, right? This week's been crazy, I've been really going hard at it. It's just been good, like, you know, the recomp's going well, but obviously, you know, the body dysmorphia is at an all-time fucking high, especially, you know, when you constantly look in the fucking mirror at all times. But then you just have to remember, at the end of the day, it's you versus you, and obviously there's going to be some circumstances that you can't control and that's not within your control. Like, you know, sometimes things might happen to your health or to your relationships, and you may not be able to train very hard, or you may have things that are affecting, you know, how your nutrition, partitions and everything. Like, you know, if you have any thyroid issues or if you have any of those type of stuff, you know, at the end of the day, all that you got to remember is that it's you versus you, and it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And sometimes you get lost, especially nowadays, you know, with social media and everything. We really get lost in that, and we lose ourselves in the sense that we forget that the competition's really us versus us, and instead of bringing everyone else up with us, we just other people tend to put other people down for it, or they try to see competition. But at the end of the day, bro, bodybuilding and specifically, you know, the gym and stuff, it's such a personal thing, and everybody has such different goals and stuff. And the biggest thing that I've seen, and we can open the book of sleep now. After the editor show, we can open the book of sleep. So we'll name this fucking this book to not be parasocial. Parasocial basically means that you have a relationship that's one-sided, if you know what I mean. And especially nowadays with social media and seeing, constantly scrolling and stuff and seeing everyone else succeed, you have to remember at the end of the day, like when people post on social media and like stuff in general and they're boasting about all this stuff, don't compare your day one to their like day 1,000. Like don't compare their highlights to your beginning, if you know what I mean. And a lot of the time people become parasocial, and it's normal to become parasocial because of it, but it's not normal to be parasocial, because you'll tend to see someone have something that you want but you don't have at the moment, and you'll develop a relationship and try to live life through their experiences instead of changing it and chasing it for yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest factors why people become so scared of success and stuff, because it's so easy to get the dopamine through living through other people's reality and their eyes and their success, and instead of forgetting about yourself. But at the end of the day, like I've kept talking every single video for the last like 4 videos since I've started this stuff, time is very precious. You only have one life. There's a very finite amount of time, and time will pass regardless whether you want to change or not, and everything has a consequence, whether it's good or bad, but it's all up to the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis. And if you consciously have the mindset and the mentality to keep on improving yourself every single day, then eventually it will stack and you will become who you want to become. And I wouldn't say, chase someone who you want to become like, or become someone who's like your dream self, because you want to keep on improving every single day. Every version of yourself, every version of whether it's been good or bad, has led you to this point, and you are exactly where you're meant to be. Whether you've had hardships, we've all had hardships and stuff, we've all had sufferings and pain to an extent. You don't get big, you don't get strong without having it, especially when you're in the gym, training very, very hard. But at the end of the day, you just got to remember that be more forgiving of yourself, be more loving of yourself is the point that I'm trying to get at, because you're living life for the first time, man, and everyone else is also living life for the first time, and you're living your specific age for the first time as well. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you just have to remember that, and I'm getting leaner and leaner, and I'm recomping very, very well, and I'm sitting at like 18 to 20% around like, let's call it like 19%, 20% body fat at the moment, which is a fucking massive difference from where I was. But oftentimes I consciously think, like, when you wake up in the morning, or when after you have a meal, or like even when you're in gym and you take your vest off and you're not under the good lighting, or you're fucking bloated, and like, I always think like, holy shit, like I'm actually fat, like I'm sitting at 30% body fat, like nah bro, I'm sitting at like 40%, and other times you'll look into the fucking mirror and you'll realize like, holy shit, like I'm actually getting lean, I'm getting to where I want to get to. And that roller coaster of emotions is not very easy on your mind, and it's not very forgiving on yourself as well. But at the end of the day, you just got to remember that the pump that you have is the closest ideal to what you look like, period, because all the fluff, all the water weight, everything's come to the surface now, it's gotten rid of it. So I honestly, just being vulnerable with you there, that's like the constant things that I think of all the time. But the body dysmorphia, it comes and goes, but it's definitely more prominent there when you have a consistent like when you really want it bad enough and you really want to go after it and you really want to achieve the shit that you want to achieve, you'll find hardships and you'll always find things. And like I spoke in last video with the iron and the rust, right, this is exactly the same, because at the end of the day, you are your biggest enemy. I remember I saw a video of Kimbo Slice, like before he passed away, and after he won like one of the title fights, I think he won the title fight, I can't remember, but after he won one of his fights, he locked himself in the room for like a few days, and he basically came to the conclusion that after a while that he realized that the enemy was the inner me. So do with that what you will, and the point that I'm trying to get at with that regard is that everything comes down to your mindset and your thoughts, and you are your biggest enemy. No one else can hurt you. And like I said last video with the water and the boat, the only thing that allows a boat to sink is the water that gets in, not the water that's around it. And it's very hard to do that sometimes, when you're trying to live up to your standard and you're trying to live up to other people's expectations of you. But at the end of the day, you just have to remember that if you live by other people's praises, you'll die by their rejections. But for me personally, I want to become the best, I want to become the biggest, I want to become the leanest and the strongest, and I hold myself to such a high standard all the time, and it kills me mentally sometimes, man. But I've tried to, you know, be more forgiving of myself in that sense, and especially after, you know, I come and I train hard, you just feel calm, man. You feel refreshed. You feel clean. The mind is quiet. You feel good about yourself. You've lifted heavy. You've done the work day in and day out, and you know you're getting somewhere. And that's for me, man. I constantly try and make the conscious choice to keep getting better every single day, and I want you guys to do the same. I want you to keep getting better and better every single day. I want you to constantly make the decision. You know, everyone gets so philosophical all the time, but if something's making you happy, man, if you're, whether it be fucking video games, whether it be, you know, binging around, whether it be, you know, watching TV shows and stuff, as long as it's making you happy, man, maybe it might not make it alright, but that is good time spent because it's making you happy. And I'm not telling you to be a fucking fat ass and sit on the couch all day and do that stuff being unproductive. But if you want to watch TV shows for like a few hours a day, or if you want to play video games, or if you want to indulge in something, man, don't be so hard on yourself about those things. At the end of the time, it's just the consistency rule, and consistently getting every single day, being the conscious effort, making the conscious effort and decision to keep getting better and better every single day. That is what counts. That is what counts. So if you're consciously making that decision, and you have time during the day to fuck around and have some, you know, free time and stuff, by all means do that, because I've learned throughout the last month or so, and especially throughout, like, you know, locking in and doing all of this shit this year, and like going 10 times harder, you know, I've always been locked into the fullest, obviously health and stuff and everything else, like, into consideration. Unfortunately, you know, you can't control it, but I've learned to love myself, and I've learned to try and love myself, and I've learned to try and forgive myself for it, and be more forgiving of myself. And I've always been locked in, but the more locked in I become and the more progress I'm able to make and stuff, is the point that I'm trying to get at, is the more I realize how dangerous discipline and going after your goals really is, because you tend to isolate yourself, and you think that the isolation is what's going to allow you to become successful. And although isolation is key, you need to isolate yourself from others sometimes, you know, be with your own mind, learn what you want to do with your life, go after the goals that you want to achieve. But if you're sitting there now and isolating yourself and thinking that you're being productive all the time, you're not. And I've really like come to the conclusion over the last few weeks about that stuff, because you think it's productive, but it's really hurting you out. And instead of you being able to feel all the love from everyone else and meeting new people and having connections and networking with other people and just living life, man, you've just closed yourself in a box for the ideal of the greater good, while someone else could be living the exact same as you, but being more fixated on their goals and going after it, but also finding that singular balance of enjoying life with it. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. So don't try to be so fucking locked in, you know, 24/7. Obviously, you have the conscious goal of getting better every single day, but at the end of the day, bro, if you want to, you just need to do the fuck. Dude, I'm rambling on and on, but the point that I'm trying to get at, basically, okay, the point that I'm trying to get at is that sometimes self-isolation and discipline can be fucking dangerous, and 9 out of 10 times it is, to an extent. So don't try to be so locked in all the time. You know, with bodybuilding specifically, it's such a monotony, it's such a monotone lifestyle, in the sense that you have to keep yourself in a box, and not like some crazy shit, but like, that's just how it is, man. You tend to isolate because you put your goals in front. You know, the gym's hard, your nutrition 24/7, you know, eating out and stuff, but dude, you need to just find that balance and stuff, and you'll be good. So let's end the book of chapter of sleep, whatever the fuck you want to call it there. I've been rambling and waffling on and on. I hope you guys are going to fucking love this video, dude. This was an amazing workout, honestly speaking. I really did get a crazy pumped today, and I'm super excited to be back. I just feel so clean and refreshed to keep doing this, and we'll see, man. We'll see. Hope maybe I'll do like a chest video next week, but we'll see. And I hope that you guys fucking enjoyed the video. And once again, now it's time for me to rape the cameraman and for him to spread his cheeks. As you can see, he's walking further and away from me, but the thing that he doesn't understand is that the door's actually closed and his bag's actually here, so he has to come to me. But I'll catch you guys in the next video, bros. Peace. Didn't you say you wanted to make the movie? Hey? Didn't you say you wanted to make the movie?
I want to make a different time.
Alright. My lower back is fucked, dude. The cameraman's just staying silent. No response.
Because of what we did last night.
Secretive, bro. Secretive. Fuck you talking about it.
Shall we speak about
Especially
the last
when
video?
you received.
Oh, it was me.
Yeah, you
Says the one with lower back pains.